What's going on, y'all? I am Ludwin, and I am pleased to introduce to you a new label for us. It's not often we get new labels, but this one's very special. So yeah, welcome MOONCASTLE, helmed by Ryoichi Tsukishiro. The last name actually directly translates to the brand name MOONCASTLE. Uh, the installment that we picked up is exclusively out of ice cotton. So it's going to be a very cool wearing yarn made exclusively by, I believe, Spori, a Swiss manufacturer of the yarn. It just has, it's like a 12 ply, so it's kind of tall stacked in a way that kind of lets the air breathe very nice and easily. It has a crunchy feel. I feel like it's much more similar to like a paper jersey rather than a usual cotton one. So when you feel it in hand, it has a very, very pleasant haptic experience. It wears really cool, really nice and soft, something to be experienced for certain. And yeah, so we've got it in a couple of different styles for you all. Some of the colors repeating, but let's get into it. The first that we have is their classic tee. The tee is going to be kind of what you expect of a nice knit tee. It has ribbing on the collar, hem, and cuffs. The collar ribbing is a bit more spaced out, so it kind of anchors the neckline a bit more. A lot of times the more fine ribbing can just kind of get lost in the majority of the jersey that's going on. But this makes it a bit more, I don't know, put together, a bit more substantive. You can kind of see it on Kenshan a bit more. Whereas if, you know, the ribbing was consistent all around, it wouldn't just be as much of a standout. And now it looks like he's wearing a nice, sophisticated t-shirt. How do you feel about that, Kenshan?
I like it. It makes me feel sexy.
Yeah, tell them about the experience, this feeling. It's not like a regular knit tee, right? This
No,
feel.
it's I would say it's kind of like a paper.
Yeah.
Did you already say you said
Yeah.
paper? Yeah. Sorry, I like listen and don't listen. But it's kind of like a paper shirt. And if you haven't had a paper shirt, just think of like a pretty crunchy linen, but one that isn't going to mess with your nipples at all and like chafe it. You know, it's not like super dry, but it does have like a drier hand to it. It's comfy and cozy, and the fit makes me feel strong.
Yeah, the fit is something to speak about. I think now that you're seeing it on Kenshan, it's kind of Japanese sizing, so it's going to fit smaller and a bit shorter in the given U.S. letter size. So you're going to want to size up at least one.
Yeah.
This is your experience?
Yeah, I'm typically a large in like t-shirts is what I would take. Sometimes an XL, but this is an XL and it fits like a large. It definitely, it's a little bit more slim fitting and just accentuates the body a little bit. So yeah, I'd say go up a size. I'm wearing the XL.
There you go. Yeah. So that was him sporting the nice deep navy, kind of an inky blue. But the other colors we have is that dove gray that I mentioned. I believe we call it charcoal, but I think it's a warmer tone than charcoal gives it credit for. A rich like cocoa brown with like the reddish hues going on, as well as a favorite of ours, the mist green. We're gonna have this in the polo that you're gonna see to come as well. But yeah, very pretty color. Something I think that pairs like incredibly with cream, but also you can wear it with like charcoals and it feels like I don't know, it brings a cooling vibe to a darker palette, I found. Next up, we have their Skipper Polo. Skipper Polo, just the moniker we give when something doesn't have a button on the placket. So some of them can be like very long, very nautical in theme, but this one is a bit shorter, so kind of reserved. I think it pairs nicely with like a sport coat layered on top of it, and it doesn't like get anything too crazy. The collar keeps it shaped really nicely, and you don't have to think about how many buttons you're supposed to put on. Sometimes you might want to button it up all the way, and you're like, maybe I'll go for like a little bit more of like a, I don't know, a preppy look, something like that. You could leave it open, let the air breathe. But this does the thinking for you. It's very, very nice. And the sizing convention would be the same as the others. You're going to want to size up at least one. And for that reason, you won't actually find a size small on our website because most of our customers, I think a size small would be a mistake. So if you find that medium is too large for you, apologies. But I think that's a good starting place for us here. We have the white, as well as a nice dark black, so good like office-friendly colors. And then lastly, we just couldn't say no. The really, really pretty mist green color. Bam, bam, bam. And last but not least, we've got another version of that white ice cotton. This time we see it in a full button placket similar to like a shirt. It has an open collar, so the way the collar opens up, very, very nice. It has those like smoked out mother of pearl buttons. I really like how they do the button sewing, just like those two parallel lines. It kind of has like a unique feature to it. If they did like the regular like crisscross applesauce thing, I think it could kind of get, I feel like it just shows the attention to detail that they have over there at MOONCASTLE. It looks really, really nice. And yeah, this one you will notice, I think compared to the others, the waist does not cinch in as much. So it's not as substantial of a waist ribbing. It's kind of meant to just, be worn out the way that you would wear a knit shirt. You can actually see it on this mannequin styled by ours truly, Nick. Yeah, it doesn't cinch in at all. It really just drapes how you want one of those open shirts to fit, except it's made out of the really nice crispy ice cotton. So not only does it make it more like mobile, more pliable, whereas like a rayon or a cotton would kind of limit your movement a little bit, this is gonna give you more, yeah, I guess range of motion. But just done up in a really nice, really pretty cloth. I like it a lot. We did only get this in the white this time around, which may have been a mistake. Maybe we should get it in one of these other ones. So next summer, you know, please keep your eyes peeled. These are gonna go fast. I do apologize if you're watching this video and everything is sold out at this point. These have been hot ticket items. But yeah, maybe we get a restock, who knows? But if not, I guess put this on your 2026 calendar. It's gonna be good. And that's it. Take care, y'all.